Hey there, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the stream this evening. We have some wintry weather to talk about here this evening. Let me go ahead and share this to another page of mine here on our Facebook pages, and we'll get going here. So thanks for tuning on in. And let's talk about more snow, wind, rain, and all that stuff. Okay. Oop, doing the wrong thing here. Just bear with me here. Okay, I've got a... there we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me just, while I'm sitting here dawdling here, let me just pop up some of our snow totals we've had so far. Now, these are not the complete list. This is not the complete list. This is the latest and greatest we've have come across the wire. So I encourage you to chime on into our Facebook chat here. If you have a snowfall report, I'd love to just have you just chime in here so we know what's going on. And we will try to get more of these totals in prior to the 10 o'clock news tonight. But Mountain, 6 inches, White Lake, 6 inches, Tigerton earlier, about 4 inches, Scandinavia earlier, about 3 inches. These came in about 6:30, so we are about 2 hours after that. So I'm sure some of these numbers are a little bit outdated. Wapaka 3, Clintonville, Crivets about 2. And again, yeah, chime in if you got some reports here this evening, and let's go through our discussion. So that's where we stand. As far as the winter weather alerts, these go for the rest of the night. The winter storm warning across the North Woods. The winter weather advisory through, I think it's through 1 a.m. for Green Bay, Appleton. That could be extended just a little bit. But let's just assume these will continue for the rest of the evening and mainly up north for the rest of tonight. Not any advisory south of Appleton because things haven't been too bad there in the big picture. A little bit warmer, a little bit more rain. And as a matter of fact, this is First Alert Viper Max. I'm going to go to our Skycam network in just a split second, but I do want to show you a couple of things here this evening. This is, it's 7:54. So that rain snow line is right around Oshkosh, really along and south of Highway 10. There was a little bit of snow earlier. Now we are warm enough for cold rain down here across the southern tier of our area. You get along and north of Highway 10, and this is where we have the most significant snow falling now. This is where we have some slushy and snow-covered highways, and this is where the travel is going to be a little bit more treacherous here for the rest of the evening into parts of the overnight hours. And this whole system is going to be swirling away later on tonight and tomorrow morning. I do want to show you some of these power outages we have across central Wisconsin where snow has been a little bit more prolific. Out towards Portage and Marathon counties, a couple of thousand outages. Nothing too bad yet locally, but let's hope we don't have any. But it's always a possibility with wet snow and some gusty breezes. So here's the big picture. We'll expand out First Alert Viper Max. And we've got the back edge of the precipitations in southwestern Wisconsin. This whole area of low pressure is going to be moving to the east into lower Michigan. And notice these snow showers back to the northwest. Once our winds become more northwesterly later on this evening and tonight, we're going to start to get on into some of these snow showers. So this evening we have the concentrated snow. Later on tonight, tomorrow morning, we'll have more in the way of scattered snow showers. And it won't be as sizable as far as bursts of snow and like what we have right now. But we will still have some snow showers later tonight and tomorrow morning. Things will become more snow showery, I guess you could say, after midnight into tomorrow morning. But right now we're into the thick of the most significant precipitation out there. So do I have any, let me see if I have one more slide here. Nope, I don't. We're going to go on to our other thing here. So travel conditions right now, as we mentioned, along and north of Highway 10, this is where we really have the most issues right now. So US Highway 10 is really the cutoff right now as far as good and bad. You get north of Highway 10, and this is where we have some issues up into Green Bay, out towards Shawano, up into Door County. We are getting that developing snow. Some completely covered highways back to the north and west. And just looking at some of the DOT cameras around the Green Bay area this evening, not necessarily the best travel here in parts of our area. So just be on alert. If you do have to travel this evening and into parts of the overnight hours, it will be either slushy or snow covered. This is a heavy wet snow. We have, temperatures right around freezing or slightly above. There's a lot of water content in this snowstorm that's moving on through. So let me go to some of our sky cams here. This is Appleton. This is downtown. There's a significant amount of slush on the highways right now. Nancy, thanks for tuning on in from Shawano. Janice chiming in. It's been snowing in Iola all day, and it's still snowing. And nice to see you too, Scott, here on the stream. So this is Appleton. Let's go to Green Bay. We've zoomed on into Walnut Street outside the county courthouse, and we're getting more and more slush build up on the streets and more accumulation on the grassy surfaces. Up in Shawano here, it's been a winter wonderland for a good chunk of this evening. We can see the snow-covered streets downtown. And visibility not too bad, at least from our camera view at this point, but it has been a little bit lower as we've gone through time. Let's go up into Sturgeon Bay, where it took a while to get this moisture. First, we had a little bit of rain, and now it's some wet snow, and it's beginning to accumulate here in Sturgeon Bay. So yes, it was a little bit delayed coming on in, and some of you were a little bit not pleased that it was delayed because the forecast wasn't necessarily timed out perfectly today. I apologize for that. It was about a couple hours late, this moisture coming on in, but it is here now. And here's Oshkosh. It's basically just rain right now. We've got wet streets, don't really have too much in the way of accumulation here as far as snow, but we have had some flakes here for sure. All right, Catherine reporting some snow in Kewaunee. So that is our Skycam network, and just FYI, I want to give you a little update regarding our Manitowoc camera. It's been down for a while. It took a hit back during the winter time, and the location of that Manitowoc camera is high up on a roof that is very hard to get up to during the thick of winter for safety concerns. And now that it finally thawed out, our engineers did go down and check it out. We're probably going to have to get a new camera installed there. The camera is coming back. It's just been down, and weather has just not been the best to get everything worked out there. So stay tuned for updates. Also, temperatures right now, mainly 30s. It's really a difference between just a few degrees. You get up to Akano, Lakewood, Pembine, we are 32, 31 degrees, 30 in Anago. It's 34 in Green Bay with wet snow. You get down to Appleton, it's 36. We still have some slushy snow accumulating a little bit. But Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, 37, 38, just warming up for cold rain. And some low 30s along the Lakeshore, Kewaunee, Manitowoc, and that's cold enough for some snow. Another thing to tell you about in regards to Sturgeon Bay, we get oftentimes voicemails, emails, folks wondering about why these numbers aren't showing up. And I will tell you right now that we do not control the data from these reporting sites, okay? The data is, at least Sturgeon Bay, it's coming in from the airport. So we can't control it. It's all on these airport locations or these reporting sites to fix their ongoing issues. I'm sure they're aware of them. But for us here at WBAY TV and every other broadcaster, we can't change or fix them. We don't own them. Somebody else is going to have to fix them. So I just want to let you know, if you don't see a number on the map, it will come back at some point when the data is back. But we have no control over that information. So don't call, don't complain, don't email. Just accept it, and the data will come back when things are fixed. Just had to go off on a little side note there because we've had a rash of concerns regarding some of these temperatures that go off the map and on our 24/7 channel over the last couple of weeks. We have no control, zero, absolutely none here at WBAY TV. All right, let's get into the forecast, and it's about 8 o'clock, and First Alert Pinpoint Predictor doing a really good job. We just showed you that rain snow line right about Highway 10. And that's where we have the rain to the south and snow to the north. Let's see, we'll just print it off here, okay? Okay, official report. This is the official Green Bay snowfall total as of 7 o'clock. This is 1.7 inches, 0.32 inches of liquid. So this is a very heavy and wet snow. It looks like our snow ratio here is like 5 to 1. So that's pretty low. This is it. At least in Green Bay, this has been super, super wet. It's just glorified slush out there. Okay, so let's go through predictor. And by 11 o'clock, we still have snow, a little bit of rain across the south, but we'll continue with the snow. But this is likely going to be a little bit less concentrated by and large across the area as a whole. Temperatures will still be around or slightly above freezing in most spots here, a little bit warmer south, colder to the north. So still some ongoing issues this evening. We'll pause this at 2 a.m. Now where you see the darker blues here up towards Pembine, Marinette, Door County, Green Bay to the northeast, this is where we can still have a little bit more concentrated snow. And this lighter blue back to the west, this would be some lighter snow or some snow showers as the wind's going to pick up. We're going to talk about the wind here in just a split second too. All right, so that's 2 a.m. Let's go on into 7 o'clock for the morning commute. One good thing for tomorrow and all week long, most schools are going to be on spring break this week here in northeastern Wisconsin. So we shouldn't have too many school-related issues, I would think, for Monday. I think, I don't want to say everything. Everybody's on spring break this week, but most of the major, or at least let's just say most of the school districts I know of are off for spring break this week. All right, but scattered snow showers Monday morning, 7 o'clock. All right, Aaron reporting 4 inches in Crivets. Thank you so much. Nick reporting about 2 inches or so in Nichols. Thank you so much. And Catherine reporting some snow still falling in Kewanee. All right, appreciate it. All right, so there's still going to be some snow going tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. By midday, temperatures are going to be warming a little bit. It's going to be breezy, mostly cloudy. I think we're still going to have some ongoing snow showers around, especially to the north and east of Green Bay. This is where we are going to have some favored snow showers that could still put down some accumulation here tomorrow morning, so we're not completely done with this event by midday tomorrow. But south and west, we likely will be. And notice this clearing line here. That's slowly going to be advancing as we go throughout the course of the afternoon. Now, I don't know if we're going to see a lot of sunshine tomorrow in most spots, but if the farther west and southwest you live, the better chance you will have some late day sun and likely some lower 40s out towards Watoma. But we may be struggling into the upper 30s north and east of Green Bay. We're going to average things out about 40 here tomorrow, but it's going to be a breezy day here, and the system will be done by late tomorrow afternoon. All right, our wind gusts, let's go into our wind gust situation here. We've had southeasterly winds today, at times gusting 30 to 35. Now, on the back edge of the area of low pressure swirling through like right now, our winds are going to become more westerly and northwesterly here. Let me move my map back to where it is. All right, there, let me grab my little pointer. So right now we have winds from the southeast, but this is 10:30. And south and west of Green Bay, these winds are really going to kick up from the west and northwest, where you're not getting a lot of snow right now. You are likely going to have some gusty wind later tonight, tomorrow morning. To the north, where we're getting the heavy accumulations of snow, some locations over 6 inches, the wind is likely not going to be as strong later this evening or tonight. It's still going to be breezy. And with the wet snow and the breezes, there still could be some scattered power outages. Thankfully, though, the strongest winds are going to be occurring in areas that will not have the heaviest amounts of snow this evening or tonight. But it's still going to be a problem if you have to be driving, especially a high-profile vehicle on a north-south highway. Some of these wind gusts from the west and northwest could be 30 to 40 miles per hour. This is 3 a.m., middle of the night, very gusty here from Highway 29 and south. Going into 7 a.m., same story, very gusty, especially from Highway 29 and south. But those winds may pick up a little bit more across the north woods. And, just make sure you have your devices charged in case you happen to have one of these sporadic power outages at some point later on tonight or tomorrow morning, so you are prepared. You will have some communication with your mobile device there. All right, going into tomorrow afternoon, those winds start to back off just a little bit. It's still going to be gusty, but we may have some wind gusts 20, 25 going into our Monday afternoon. This is 5 o'clock, but it won't be as ferocious as some of these wind gusts later tonight, tomorrow morning, where some of those gusts could be, around 40 miles per hour or so. All right, so that's the wind situation here. Now, I'm going to burst your bubble just a little bit here for those of you on the live stream that have stayed on with us here just after 8 o'clock here on our Sunday night. We may have another one of these systems some point next weekend. All right, so we are on a bit of an active storm track, let's say, and right now it looks like late Friday into next Saturday and next Sunday, we may have more rain, a wintry mix, snow or wind. I'm generalizing things right now because the data is still a little bit iffy on, or it's not consistent and completely aligned, but there are signs from competing weather models and various model runs over the last couple of days that there will be something here next weekend, and it could be a little bit more problematic once again, so we just can't get a break. Now, sandwiched in between, things are going to be relatively quiet this week. This is Tuesday afternoon. Yesterday, it looked like we may have a little disturbance move through our area that would kick off some rain or some snow. It now looks like this will stay just to our southwest on Tuesday. So I'm keeping our forecast dry Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There's likely going to be another little system zip through on Thursday, but I think the middle of the week we should be pretty quiet. But let's talk about this next thing next weekend. So just looking ahead, this would be Friday evening. There could be a few rain showers during the day here in northeastern Wisconsin, but there could be a wintry mix that starts to evolve sometime near the UP border late Friday, Friday night into Saturday. So let's advance into your Saturday. This is 5 o'clock Saturday. That pink is where there could be a bit of a wintry mix. Again, across the north, the UP, and a little bit of a rain situation farther to the south. Now, this is not gospel by any means. This is just one run of one model, but it kind of shows the setup for next weekend. And then we get a little bit colder perhaps by next Sunday. This would be next Sunday evening about this time. We could either have rain, a mix, or some snow here across eastern and northeastern Wisconsin. So we are, well, it seems like we're backloading our winter weather into early spring, which, you know, you probably don't want because we're trying to think spring after those warm days we had a couple of weeks ago. But we are swinging back the opposite direction now as we get into early spring. All right, so here's our 7-day. Again, snow now and some rain. Snow showers tomorrow morning. Some late day clearing possible. There's your quiet Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Back into the 40s Tuesday and Wednesday. And I think we'll be likely in the 50s here going into Thursday. So that'll be something nice to see as we get into the end of the week. But don't be thinking that we're done with the rain or the snow, because late Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll have some other issues coming our way, perhaps with that next system. So that's what we got here on our Sunday evening. I'm going to kick it back to First Alert Viper Max here real quick, and just got some updated power outage information on our system, and I want to show you that before I let you go. That we do have, let me bring this up real quick. All right, so here's the current radar depiction, rain and snow out there. And let's go back to our power outage update. Now 200 customers reported without power in Brown County, and also into Connell County, 300 customers estimated or being reported without power at this hour. So this is not what we want to see this evening, but again, make sure you have your devices charged and ready to go because we do have the system swirling on through. And in case you missed it, along and north of Highway 10, this is where we have some slushy or snow-covered highways into the North Woods too. So just be extra careful out here this evening. And keep in mind we have a winter weather advisory, winter storm warning for the rest of tonight in many spots here along and north of Highway 10 as our spring storm continues to swirl on through. So great to have you here on the stream tonight. Ross, great to see you tonight. And thanks for everybody for chiming in with your snowfall reports as of now. I'm going to put a thing out on my Facebook page sometime after 9 o'clock for some updated totals, and we'll try to get all these reports to come on in for a little bit more concise report coming up, and the very latest on Action 2 News at 10 o'clock this evening. So stay tuned for that, and stay safe, stay warm tonight as this system swirls on through. Have a great Sunday night, and have a great week ahead.